All right, as we come into the greenhouse, it's summer. You know, I have the door wide open. We got the fans running. We're monitoring the temperature. We got 92 down here at waist high. We got 95 up there at head high. And we adjust the plants accordingly. So those that like to be cooler down low and hotter up high. But that's not why I want to talk to you. So one of the last things to do on the interior of the greenhouse here is to go ahead and caulk. We need to seal this thing up. So I know for summer that's going to add some heat, but we got the fans, and we also have a little air conditioning here, which is kind of cool. I think our lizard friend always hangs out down here by the air conditioner, so I'll show you what I'm talking about. But I have this little opening that I left at the base of the greenhouse on the south side. And the reason for that was, and it is screened in right now, but I could easily pull that out, is I wanted to start all these pumpkin and watermelon plants and then just slowly feed the vines out to the outside here and let some of that stuff grow. So I'm thinking ahead a little on that. Right now I went ahead and screened it in because I'm worried that rabbits or other animals will get in. These little lizards, I'm not sure if they're eating my ladybugs and praying mantises, but just to be sure, we'll keep those guys out as well. Put a little vent in there. It looks like it got knocked over, just to kind of redirect when the wind blows. It feels great. It really does feel like AC coming into the greenhouse. So it just helps all these lower level plants here stay cool. We'll keep the more tropical type plants up high on the upper shelves here. So there you go with that. So anyway, this will be sealed up in winter. So we'll put a piece of foam in here and seal it off. We may seal off half or 2/3 of the greenhouse for winter. We'll get a heater in here, propane and electric, run those. And the plan is hey, let's keep this banana plant alive. Let's keep this bamboo going. Let's let these avocados live. Let's let the olive grow, all that stuff. So may not do as much of the bedding stuff, but we want to keep the rest of the stuff alive as much as possible when it gets, wind chill negative 30 in Kansas. So part of that is we've got to seal this thing up. So, as part of the Tough Tech insulation, if you remember, you got these little pieces of foam that match the corrugation in the panels. But as I just scroll through this or roll through this here, you'll see there's little spots of light that pop through. So it's not perfectly sealed. And then the other piece of this is we have these 2-pane PVC panels, which are sealed pretty well at the bottom with the flashing. And then we got a nice piece of cedar on the outside holding all that in. The seams are connected with an H connector. When you get towards the top here, you'll notice the kind of the aluminum tape that's on here to seal the pane. But there are some gaps. So that's where we want to go ahead and fix that. So here's a really good example right here. Gosh, I wish my measuring was better, but we'll want to seal that stuff up. So the idea is to get up on the table here. I got some caulk. Go ahead and caulk all that stuff. Seal it up real nice. Anywhere there's a gap, may take some time to do that. May have to hit it multiple times, but it's a chore that needs to be done. So I'm gonna do that right now. Motivated to do it. Haven't been in the past, but you know what? With the greenhouse, you got to make it happen. So here we go. So a little time out from our normal greenhouse talk, but here's an ant taking care of business. He's carrying another dead bug. I'm sure hoping that's a gnat or something. Those gnats do terrible damage to the plants, especially little seedlings. They'll go after the stems and weaken them, and plants literally fall over. So any friendly bug here that can help us out, ant in this case, we'll let them do their job. We have ladybugs and praying mantises that we buy, nematodes, some other things to help address the pests. Try not to use chemicals. Sometimes you have to, but that ant is a good example. grab that gnat and get rid of it. Hey, it's James with Make It Happen Greenhouse, and I finished the caulk stuff. So the good news is it's done. But as my wife reminded me when she came out and watched, I'm not good at caulk, and she's right. Everyone has their strengths, and that is not one of mine. Good news is I use a lot of clear caulk, so it's pretty forgiving. I did have to use some white caulk as well, not as forgiving. So I'm going to walk around the greenhouse here and show you what I did. First of all, here we got to go ahead and do some caulking between the cedar boards here and the flashing that we put up for the twin pane PVC. So you see some clear caulk in here, and it's still a little white because it's drying, but eventually that'll all turn clear. And that runs the full length of the greenhouse here. So we just walk down, and this is just, one of those exercises you need to go through, make sure that there's no holes and stuff. I see a few little holes here. I'll probably go back and do a little touch up, but the whole idea here is you don't want water running off those walls, getting on the inside of between the siding and the wall board. So that would cause some rot and stuff, so we're just trying to avoid that. So, but for the most part, it looks pretty good. I noticed, look, there's a gap. There's a gap. Earlier I was testing the gutters, and I got some water down here, and I didn't really think about it. So when I was caulking, a lot of water mixed in, so I'll have some gaps here I'll have to go back and clean up. That didn't happen on this side though. So here, this is pretty much done. It's clear, so you're seeing through it as it dries. And here's the back side, all done, so that's good. And on the other side as well. The other thing that I needed to caulk was up top here. I do a custom piece, so that's not very pretty. Again, I think that's clear caulk, so that should dry up and look okay. But even up there where the Tough Tex is, and you have the foam corrugated mold, there were still a few little gaps. So certainly where the pieces connect,